we got to talk. We got to have a conversation about some things that's going on in the NBA 2K community. In this video, we're primarily going to focus on what the new meta is going to be and screen spamming by bigs. But I kind of want to say this because it is true and it's sad, but it is true. A majority of this community has a very hard time understanding common sense concepts. I mean, if you hand them a video game controller, they're a wizard. You hand them a book, I mean, and they start sweating bullets. It's just that sad. Like, basic comprehension skills in NBA 2K, it's just all over the place. So I wanted to say that all the opinions that you're about to hear are just my opinions. They're just that. It's just opinions and speculation. If you don't like my opinion, let's have a healthy discussion about it in the comment section. Now, I brought up what I feel is a very valid point on Twitter to Mike Wang, and it's in regards to bigs spamming screens. But before we get into that, I've got an opinion on adrenaline and bump animations on defense. Now let's ask a question. Why is adrenaline in the game? Why? Because if 2K could just fix the defensive contact animations, would we really need adrenaline boost? I mean, as of right now, adrenaline is in the game to keep people from like zigzagging left and right 35 times. At least that's what Mike Wang said. Conceptually, I think adrenaline is a good idea, but we wouldn't need it if 2K could fix the contact bump animations on defense. And when I say fix, I mean no more people running in place into your body without consequence. They either can't fix it or they don't care to. I mean, no matter what the reason, it's clear 2K put it into the game to change the dribble spam culture. Whether we like it or not, all this promoting of dribble glitch this, momentum spam that, all this looking for exploits and making exploits the meta, all this stuff led to 2K putting adrenaline boost in the game. I mean, don't kill the messenger, guys. Alright? So with that being said, it's clear that 2K has an issue with move spamming and they're trying to stop it. I mean, we have adrenaline on offense for how many quick first steps you can do, and adrenaline on block and steal spams. So since they're doing it for that, why not add it to screen spamming? We only have adrenaline in the game because as a community, we abuse the system we had. The game at a quote unquote high level does not resemble basketball, even a little bit. It just looks stupid, in my opinion. I mean, it's one-dimensional, it's boring, and that type of high-level gameplay is why I believe the 2K League isn't as big as it could be or should be just yet. But that's a whole other video. If you want me to talk about it, let me know in the comment section below. The reason I brought up screen spamming to begin with, which hella people disagree with me on Twitter, is because we all know that a large majority of bigs buy the game, so that's $150. Some of them, they buy $100 worth of VC, they grind a build and badges just to be a fucking cone all year. Damn near $300 worth of real world cash just to stand there. They literally sit there and set screens on like just the air. They just run up the court randomly hitting B. And they or either that or they follow the point guard around just standing in the way. I mean, it's annoying as hell. One of the reasons 2K15 is still my favorite 2K to this day, because in that game, bigs weren't just giant 7-foot cones. Bigs were dominant. I played with random bigs and bigs on my squad, and these guys had skill. They didn't just set screens all game. These dudes had an arsenal of moves. They had hooks, fades, drop steps. It wasn't just run and dunk or stand underneath the basket clogging up the space the entire game. It made the game more skilled, more spontaneous, more fun. Everybody was a weapon on offense. You didn't need a PG spamming moves behind screens because you had to have some sort of offense or you were just considered trash at the game. And to the people that disagree with me on Twitter, this is what I'm talking about. This one guy said, "This is just my opinion, but if a team don't know how to defend against screen spammers by now, they should just put the game to rest and play something else. It's really not hard unless you're playing with randoms that don't communicate." Which, that way of thinking is one-dimensional. If you can say that about screen spamming, then you can say the same thing about steals, blocks, and speed boost spammers. I said most bigs pay $100, make a build, and grind badges just to be a cone all year. I don't care about win percentage. I want a game where all builds have skill and are active in the game. It'll make the game more fun. That's just my personal opinion on it. I don't get why like people in this community, like they get so, it's so weird. They're not content creators, not even trying to become content creators, and they're the most opinionated people out of everybody else in the group. Like, I'm allowed to have an opinion, you're allowed to have an opinion. If you disagree with my opinion, that's fine, but like, you guys get to like, it gets to a level of creepiness. Like, you haven't, I don't know. You need to turn a light on in your room or something and get out and get some fresh air. Like, this is not healthy to be this hurt over people's opinions about a video game that's not real. Like, I may want that because I feel like it'll make the game a little bit more fair, whatever it is. If you're taking it all super personal and you're getting all in your feelings about it, like that, what are we doing at this point? Like, do we want a good game, or do we just want to try to shit on anybody who has an opinion that's different than ours? It's an opinion. You're allowed to disagree. I'm allowed to make it. It is what it is. But like, the level of toxicity that comes from some of these tweets, like, you guys are getting borderline creepy with this stuff. Let's see. I didn't even see this. He responded to me. He said, "Bro, just enjoy the game and adjust when it comes out. It looks like everyone is gonna need to adjust. Don't let that be the reason why you won't enjoy the game." I mean, that's your opinion. I never said that I wasn't gonna enjoy the game, and obviously we're gonna have to adjust. I already bought the game, so that point doesn't make any sense whatsoever. It looks like everyone is gonna need to adjust. Yeah, duh. Don't let that be the reason why you won't enjoy the game. I'm not saying that I'm not gonna enjoy the game. And me, like I said, I have a right to my opinion. I get, guys, I've been playing this game for quite some time. I've seen when the game was at a place where you had people that loved basketball and got on the game and played the game, and these people were actually like, it looked more like basketball then. It felt more like basketball. You did not have people that when they got the ball, especially bigs, it was hot potato time. You know, hot potato, where people just throw the ball back and forth, and they don't even recognize that they can score. They're afraid because they're so afraid of win percentage this, or field goal percentage that, or 3-point percentage this. And I'm not saying to get the ball and just act like an asshat, but what I am saying is like, if you make a big on this game, if you make a small forward in this game, if you make anything outside of a point guard, I myself make a shooting guard, you should be offensively inclined. Have some sort of game. Have a jump shot. Have a hook shot. Have a post fade. Know when to go into a post spin. Know when to get to certain moves. Like, have an offensive bag. I would make a big, but I don't want to, because to me it's just a boring position to play, because a majority of people don't know how to guard it. And then the people that make bigs, they don't have any offense. There's no offense. You got all these shots in the game that you can use around the basket. When's the last time you got on the court and you seen somebody actually get into the post with their big? Especially in the park. They get the ball and they run under the basket and just stand there. And then if they don't get the ball, they're mad. Then if you throw them the ball, most of the time they get clamped up or get the ball thrown out of their hands or whatever it is, because they're just trying to dunk every play. It's idiotic. And as a consumer that also plays this game, that's also trying to become a content creator and make money off this game, I have a right to my opinion. I feel like the game will be more fun overall if we get less cones on the court, if we get less people just standing there in the corners, and you get more people that when you throw them the goddamn ball, they can do something with it. Get a bucket. Quit complaining about, oh, I don't touch the ball, I don't this, I don't that. Get a bucket. Don't just stand there. You in my career and you look like the second coming of LeBron James. When you're in my career, you look like the second coming of Shaquille O'Neal. Dunking everything, this and that. You get into the park, you just getting clapped all game. 0 points and 6 fucking boards and 3 assists. You can't do nothing but dunk. You bought the game and can't do nothing but dunk. And that's what I'm saying is part of what makes the game boring, in my opinion. That's my opinion. You don't have to agree with me, but that's my opinion. It makes the game boring. Part of the reason why they put adrenaline boost in the game to begin with, like Mike Wang said, so guards are not dribbling the ball zigzagging left and right 35 times. What do you think that means? That means they want the game to become more team oriented, for people to pass the ball, and then when you pass the stupid ball, they actually have an opportunity to score, do something with it. Don't just pass the ball and then pass it back so you can set another screen. That's the reason why, if you pay attention what it said in the gameplay blog, that is why adrenaline boosts are per possession, not per times you touch the ball. You want to know why? Because with these morons that play the game, they're gonna do speed boost to the left, speed boost to the right, speed boost to the left. Then when they can't get free, they're gonna pass the ball to the big, and then the big is just gonna hot potato it back to them, and then they're gonna be clamped. This is hilarious, man. It's just hilarious. 2K had to put adrenaline boost in because a majority of the people that play this game, especially the quote-unquote high-level people, a majority of people play this game are so one-dimensional. They put adrenaline boost in this game to force you into a game that resembles more basketball, less of just run around the court and shoot a fading three. It's a fucking 3-point chuck fade contest. It's unbelievable. And for the people complaining about it, like, do you not see what this has become? If you look at the engagement in the game, y'all sitting up here, content creators sitting up here bitching about adrenaline boost. Why? Tell me why viewership is down. It's not because of events. Get over yourself. It's not because of events. It's not because of events. Oh, they need to add more events to the game. Yeah, they need to add more events to the game. They do. But the events being in the game is not the reason why people don't want to watch this fucking trash. That's not the reason why. They don't want to watch it because it's fucking boring. It's fucking boring. It takes no fucking skill. And any fucking idiot can get on this game, be playing it for a couple of weeks, watch his stupid fucking YouTube videos, and run to the left and run to the right and shoot a fading three and amass a bunch of wins. And it's fucking boring. That's the reason why people always get bored before fucking Christmas and stop playing a fucking game. It has nothing to do with fucking events. It has nothing to do with this or that. Viewership is down because the fucking game sucks. And the way the community plays the game sucks. It's the same thing over and over and over again. When you see one of these motherfuckers 6'3" or 5'10" come out here with all black tattoos covered all over their skin and that fucking stupid beard and a white hair, you know what time it is. In the short on with no shirt, you know what time it is. Everybody in the community knows what time it is. These motherfuckers don't even pass the ball. They don't even get a fucking ball up. Everybody else just stands there. Not me, I don't play with them niggas, but everybody else just stands there. So at what point in time are we gonna stop trying to twist the game to fit how the fuck we feel and try to actually get the game to a place where the game is actually fun because everybody's fucking involved? If niggas get the ball and they're involved and they suck, that means they suck. That means they need to learn to get better. Don't put it on, oh, well, you're not going to enjoy the game because this and that or whatever it is. I'm going to play the game regardless because I'm trying to create content around it. I'm trying to become a content creator. So I'm going to play the goddamn game regardless. I'm going to make fun of stuff in the game regardless. I'm gonna have fun in the game regardless. I play 2K every fucking year. Okay, so I'm gonna have fun on the fucking game regardless. But that's not the point. The point of the matter is that unless 2K does something to try to make the game to a point where people are involved, where it's more than just a fucking point guard left, right, shooting a fading three, the game's going to continue to have the viewership that it has. It's going to continue to die. You don't see nothing that any of these fucking point guards do when they're running to the left, running to the right, quick stopping and shooting three. You don't see any of that stuff as a consumer that's been playing this game and go, damn, that nigga's nice. Nobody thinks that. Why? Because everybody can fucking do that. Anybody can fucking learn to do that. It takes no talent. It takes no skill. You got people literally playing this game for $20,000 three hunting. And then you sit up here and you wonder why the league can't be as big as it could be. It's part of the reason why. Nobody wants to sit here and watch niggas left, right, left, right, fading three. Who the fuck wants to watch that trash? And I'm not saying everything gotta be fucking layups and dunks either, but there's so many moves in the game. You never get a game at a quote unquote high level where somebody's reading, reacting. They're either left, right, and trying to shoot a fucking stop and go or fading three, or they're going straight to the rim for a fucking dunk. You don't get any of the beauty of what basketball is. You ever hear of a guy named LeBron James? Ever hear of a guy named Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant? When you watch them play, there were different things that they were going to do on the court every single time. You got Ja Morant and Devin Booker and all these niggas in the league out here fucking hooping. Moves. You got Steph Curry out here crossing nigga. Moves. Steph Curry literally spent Rudy Gobert around like 3 times in one possession a couple years back when he was playing in Utah. Moves. That's why the shit is fun to watch. That's why it's entertaining, because it's special, and the people that are the best at the game can do things in the game that other people can't. The way the game is currently constructed, any moron can get on this game and just spin in circles and shoot a fading three. It's boring. And if you don't take my opinion for it, take the opinion of the fucking viewership graph. Why nobody's looking for this trash. Why everybody's running a fucking Fortnite or fucking Rumbleverse or Multiverse. It has nothing to do with the fact that those games have all these different characters in it. The NBA is is a $1 billion business. It's a $1 billion company, the NBA itself. Marketing players like Luka Doncic and this and that, or whatever it is, Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, marketing these players. So the NBA doesn't have a problem drawing people in because the players are fucking spectacular. The superstar players, at least, they're spectacular. Why does the NBA 2K League have a problem drawing people in? Because it's not even the players' fault. The fucking game is not at a place where you get to see a person read and react and do something skill-based. You don't need to see anybody hit a hop shot three or a hop shot mid-range jumper or a spin shot. You don't need to see them using that shit. You want to know why? Because it's just the safest thing to do is to quick stop and shoot a fucking three. I don't want to hear this garbage about just enjoy the game and all this other kind of. I don't want to hear this trash, because you're wrong. I'm allowed to have an opinion. My opinion on it is I would like the game to be at a place where there's skill involved. If you haven't seen people like Dimework or Jay Easy or Brutal Sim, people like that really teach the game, especially Dimework, a lot of his videos, he really teaches the game. Teach. Because that's what needs to happen. Niggas need to learn how to play the game. Niggas need to learn how to score without the ball. You need to know what to do when your point guard is dribbling. You need to know where to stand, when to move, when not to move, when to cut. There is a thing called scoring off the ball. Very few people in 2K even fucking do that or even know how to do that anymore. Because if you're not left, right, and shooting a fucking fading three, you're trash. At least that's what everybody's saying. Which makes for a boring fucking game. I'm watching Ticino and fucking Annoying play today in the fucking 2K league for $20,000. Niggas ain't doing nothing but left, right, stop for a 3, run for a dunk. There's no point in time in the game where you actually have to use the arsenal of moves that you've been given. Why? Because of the way the game is. And for $20,000, you think these niggas gonna sit up here and try to actually do real moves or use an arsenal of moves in the game? No, they're gonna go for what 2K allows them to be able to spam to get to, and I don't blame them. But at some point in time, we gotta look in the mirror and say, this is not good enough. This shit sucks and it's fucking boring. I honestly think 2K could have just edited the game to a point to just make the defensive contact animations pop up every single time when a person runs into your body. That's what I truly believed. But they decided not to go with that. They decided to go with the adrenaline boost thing, because I'm pretty sure they got tired of watching it too. And it is what it is. But don't sit up here and lie and try to make it seem like, oh, the game just fine as it is, or if you don't know how to guard screen spams, you should just get another game or some trash like that. Well, then you can say the same thing about fucking steals, because now every time you're in a fucking passing line like a fucking moron, just throwing your fucking arms up, you're gonna lose an adrenaline boost. 2K has to put things in the game. This community is so fucking corny. Or majority of the community, not the entire community, but a majority of this community is so fucking corny. 2K has to put things in the game to keep us from spamming. How fucking pathetic is that? That's fucking pathetic. It's sad. Niggas can't play the game and learn the game. Niggas gotta get fucking adrenaline restrictions on them because niggas abuse the fucking system so much. It is what it is, man.